I often will crawl on a man's head, not to rhyme. Look at that head. Not just any old head either. Marvin, Marvin, little man.
Moho Sessions.
Welcome to Season 5 of the Moho Sessions here in Blackpool for the British Country Music Festival 2025. And the first episode belongs to the one and only duo Virginia Dutch. Hi!
Folks.
Welcome. Now, my first question normally is introduce yourselves to people who might not necessarily know who you are, how you met, and your name Virginia Dutch, what inspired the name?
So we're half Italian and American. I'm from Virginia. He's from Rome, and we met in the UK by chance at a tattoo parlour. How's that for highbrow? And yeah.
We're getting tattoos at the same time.
No, just, oh my God, you're having my age.
Same place. And something was playing on the.
It was Chris Stapleton's song. This is kind of before Chris had really broken, at least over here. And so I noticed this guy's over there singing along to the lyrics, and I was like, he doesn't look like somebody you ought to know. Chris Stapleton is. Anyway. And so we started chatting and stayed in touch, and he's got another band called Hell Shed. Give him a little plug there, and but they're based in Italy. So we started playing and we started writing, and here we are. And so the name Virginia Dirt, we were going to call the album Virginia Dirt, which was kind of, it's where I'm from. It's it's the terroir of where it's fans talk. That's fans.
Wow.
Let's change the name of the band.
And I'm like, no, my mother would never forgive me. We can't call ourselves Dirt, because my mother's a real screamed out. But everybody's like, no, it's a great name for that. So anyway, here we are. We're the Dirt. I'm Mr.
Mr. Dirt.
That leads me on to the EP, because you called the EP, which is quite sassy. Miss Dirt to you.
Yes.
Which is quite, because normally when someone says that, they're very sassy. Excuse me, what do you think you're talking about? It's Miss Dirt to you. So
It's exactly what.
Is that exactly what you go? Because it was like I listened to it a few times, and like there's just such a cool. There's a lot of sounds going through it. Like there's country, there's bluegrass. There's a lot of vibes. There's a lot of emotion in it as well in some of the songs. And I just love the title, "Miss Dirt to You." I think that's so.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
It's very sassy. Like it's very attention grabbing.
Okay.
You like the art.
Yeah. It's very, you've got a very natural vibe together, and there's some serious guitar solos going on.
Not me.
Not me.
Who does the serious guitar solos then?
We have
There was serious.
a big tank full of collaborators from different parts of the globe. All friends, musicians that we played together at one point or another. The guitar player in question is the guy that plays in my other band, but he's also a producer, and we recorded some of the album in his studio in Italy, as well as some of it in London. The album came together, being recorded in different studios and different sessions. The core of it is recorded live with a drummer, Dimitri, who's it's Dutch, and we played with him for a long time, and he was instrumental in making the songs, arranging the songs, because the songs are pretty much Miss Dirt's songs, but then they get arranged. And so Dimitri played the drum on the album, and Max, who's the guy that plays the guitar, is part of Hellshed, and he's also, again, he's a producer, and we recorded the vocals, and he played the guitar. Then there was another Dutch person, really good hot pedal steel player, who played on the album.
Yeah.
And then there's the core bluegrassy side of it, which is Maddie that plays with us in London, and JD, who's the fiddle player. So they played their part. So it's a real, should I say?
Cooperative.
Yeah, it's
Musicians. The other thing that's quite interesting about this is that we met some of these musicians actually online. We found during the pandemic, we found through various channels this platform. It's an app. There's an app for everything.
There is an app for
There's an
everything.
app. But we were able to play, because he lives in Barry St. Edmunds, I live in Camden Town, and suddenly we were cut off, and we were able to play together in real time. And
in fact, a lot of the songs, that period was producing
very
so
fertile.
many songs. We've got,
Yeah.
we only, this album is a
Tiny fraction of what's to come.
of what's to come. Absolutely, so many songs. It was a very productive.
It was very productive. I feel bad saying that because I know some people had a really terrible time. For us, it was great because we were stuck, so we just wrote and we worked it out. We met our drummer that played on this album. He's not our drummer. He played on the album, Dimitri, because I hadn't locked my session online, so that when other people, your IT person probably get this. Suddenly, I was playing on my own, and I finished, and somebody was clapping. I was like, "Who's that?"
You had a public session.
I had a public session that I thought was private, and this person that was happening turned out to be a drummer who was dying to find real country musicians to work with online. And so that we started working with him online. We didn't meet him until it came time to actually
Yeah,
record.
then he
We
came
did all our
to
playing online.
he came to the
It's
UK to
weird.
record, and we did a bunch of gigs with him while we were recording the album. It's a really rich period, and I think the album, I'm biased, but I love the album. I think the album really reflects that richness of many people bringing something to these
I
songs.
was just about to say that. Like, there's a lot of cultures between America and obviously Italy, and he said Dutch, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of strong cultures to come together,
Yeah.
and then when that only can create a more stronger, richer, deeper sound when you all work together, and that's a good thing. I think that just
But coming
brings
together
more.
through a love
Yeah.
of country music.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you live in the Netherlands, you like country music, oh okay, And then we worked with an Irish guitar player for a while. We only knew he was just called Guitar Dave. That's all we knew. Guitar Dave.
We
That's
still, to these
Instagram
days,
handle.
He was good.
to these days,
Hi,
we
Dave.
still don't know his
Guitar
real
Dave.
name.
Guitar Dave.
But he contributed.
Yeah, he
you know,
did. He
it's-
did.
yeah.
So when you're writing, obviously country music is defined as many different things these days. Virginia Dutch country, what was your vision when you were creating your sound and creating this album? What did you want it to sound like? What did you want listeners to take away from it? And if you can, I don't know if you can, I won't ask you to choose just one, but what song are you most proud of on the album?
Gosh.
It's like choosing
Pick,
your
I know, I know.
We'll throw the rest of them out.
Wait till the wee game, don't worry about that. Wait till the wee game later. For me, maybe Call the Preacher, because it was tough. It was a tough song. We knew what we wanted, and it touches on the Beach Boys. It touches a little bit on the Beatles, which then touches on Oasis, like for a brief moment.
not, that wasn't intentional, because they definitely touch on the Beatles, sorry. But it was a little bit beyond our reach of what we were trying to do, and we had to really work at that song. It didn't fall out of the sky like some of them do. You don't even know where it came from. But that's
Some
my
songs,
take. I don't know.
They start and you get it more cooked up and ready
They
to
just-
go within a few weeks. Others take you
They
months.
demand your
But
respect.
for me, what characterizes really our Virginia Dirt's country, or Virginia Dirt music, let's say, it's the storytelling, which for me is so important
Yeah.
in country music. Because if you don't tell a story, you can be as good as you want and you can do all the shredding that you want, but if the story is not there and if you can't tell a story that is gripping, then there's no point. And Lynn's lyrics for me and songs really, is all good old-fashioned storytelling.
Yeah.
And so on the album, for instance, All Bones for me sticks out because of the particular story. And each and one of them has this real interesting, if I go and look, even if I step back and go and read the lyrics, which I sometimes do, it's a story, it's interesting, I can make a little movie in my head. For me that's essential.
Yeah, the song that stood out to me, I think, just because I love when a song makes me feel something.
Yeah.
And all the songs made me want to dance, made me want, like, there was one that I was like, oh, do a twist to this? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, ooh, this is great. But the one that really got me was Burden of Truth.
Ah, that's interesting. Burden of Truth, I think, is a little, it's
Hypnotic.
often, yes, that's exactly the phrase I was looking for. Because I wrote it from a man's point of view. And
Did you really?
it's from
But
I'm a man.
why was I like,
Oh,
am I a man?
But I am, but no, it's first person, but I was, it was getting
It's a
in
funny
man's
one,
head.
a
And
few
it's,
words.
yeah, and I didn't even realize that I'd done it, although I could have written it from my own point of view, but I often will crawl in a man's head, not to rhyme
Not
with
literally.
Look at that
Not
head.
literally.
Not just any old head either. Because just trying to figure out, and I just kind of did it instinctively, but I love that you love that one, because it's the hidden gem. It gets overlooked.
It's not like, because I was listening to all of them and I love all of them, but just lyrically and just, I think just the production of it and just the lyrics and just the way it moves through it, I was just like, yeah, and it just kind of tugged.
Thanks,
all
that's-
the
that's
strings. I'm like, okay.
good.
Because it's also long, so you have to stay, a lot of our songs are really long, you have to stay with it.
I have to stay with the story.
You have to
I'd
stay
say
with
it's an
the story.
album that, like, you listen to it and you're like dancing, but it's an album that you want to go back again and again because there's more to hear, there's more to listen to, there's more story. What's that again? Like, there's so much, and so much information in all songs to go back and listen to lyrically and stuff. And
It
the
is true,
vibes.
it's something that we really wanted to do as we, like I said, with all the inputs from different cultures and musicians and fantastic people, humans and musicians that bring so much value. And for this album, we just wanted to let it rip and get all this, talent and all these people and all these humans, to do something beautiful, which we think is beautiful. I mean, I'm not, for me anyway, the next person might hate it, but, for me it's a beautiful get together. And maybe, in fact, not maybe, the next album, I can't say too much, but it'll be totally different. It will be real grit and live, almost totally,
It was
totally
live.
analog. Nothing, anyway, more to that when we get to
I
that.
think there's 3 songs mentioned there, but choose what song you want to sing. Just one, or you can sing.
Well, we were actually going to do one that's not on the record. But
Oh,
it's
on you
not-
go. That's fine. That's fine.
Is it?
Yes.
You sure?
That's absolutely fine. If it's an exclusive, it's
Because
fine.
it's an exclusive.
Well,
But we
that's
were going to
fine.
play it tomorrow, but
But it's a good story.
it's a
That's-
very
to go
good
back
story
to the
to kind of
story, it's a good story.
illustrate. And it's a very linear story, and it's also a true story. So it's a murder ballad. And it's
Oh, we all love a good murder ballad in country music.
Murder ballad. I love murder.
There's been a murder.
It sounds even worse when you say it. Worse than murder.
There's a TV show called Taggart.
Oh, yeah.
You know Taggart? And that's there's been a murder. That's where that comes from. There's been a murder.
I don't think he ever said that.
It's a genuinely true story.
It is
He
a true
did.
story.
He must have said it. I think somebody said it. Because that's where it came from. So somebody must have said that somewhere down the line. Anyway, sorry, we digress.
Just make sure.
Just check. Yeah, so do you want to know the story, or do you just want to hear the song? Do you want me to preface it with what it's about?
Well, you can introduce it, yes.
Yeah, interesting. I think it helps.
Okay. So this is something that happened in my neighborhood. A very disgruntled person who was a couple of years ahead of me in school, after we got out, decided that it was a lot of people's fault that he didn't get to play professional American football, you know, big shoulder pads and helmet.
Oh, okay.
So he got a job as an exterminator. You know, have you seen in American films the Terminax vans with the big bug on the top? You know what I'm talking about? That was his job. He was a professional exterminator. And anyway, he lay in wait outside of it's what she was called the counselor, the high school counselor, who would give you advice about what you should do with your life and career, what, you know, college, university. Anyway, he killed her.
What?
In cold blood. He waited outside. The police actually came and questioned him because somebody called and said, you know, there's somebody sitting outside of the house. And I won't name the family's name because obviously, you know, it's been a long time ago. But anyway, there's a little bit of poetic license,
He had a
pretty
list,
much.
right?
He had a list, and I was on that list.
You were on that
I
list?
was on the list, along with quite a few other people. I wasn't like the second.
That's
was after.
scary.
Very scary. But
The ones you've written a song about it?
yeah, and he's still in the Virginia State Penitentiary. I checked.
I hope for a lifetime, otherwise.
He doesn't make his parole. This has been going on for some time. So the name of the song is called Marvin.
Take it away.
Underneath the upper sun, the myrtles start to rot. You can just about jump in. This town progress forgot. One afternoon, the neighbor spied a boy with tangled hair and eyes like two pools of crude, opaque with quiet despair. We all knew him some, but not too well. He never said too much, never set out swinging. I never heard him curse. In church he sat behind the choir, but no words did he sing. His mouth and look, no sound came out, never gave away a and the police asked his business and asked to know his name. The boy replied beneath his breath, Marvin, Marvin, little man. They left him there on the street outside the sheriff's house. Figured it was just the place the trouble did break out. Satan sang their deathly song. The sheriff's wife came
matter where she's devil's calling, devil's calling, devil's calling now.
They never know the story. They never understand what evil had been all to
Marvin, little man, the kind and gentle sailor, a woman twice his age, came home one summer eve,
home to an early grave.
and it rained,
Under the grave.
and it Am I happy?
You can just that's a scary story.
It's a scary story.
It's not just like
Dark, I know.
it's very dark. Plus the fact it's true.
It's true. I know.
Like some of the murder
There's
ballads.
dark and light in Virginia, though.
Yeah, it definitely is.
There's dark and light.
Like a lot of
We
murder,
got some light.
a lot of
light
murder
stuff.
ballads. Like there's a lot of females that do good murder ballads, but they've never actually killed someone. And it's not based on a true story.
Yeah.
Like
It's a good story.
you know, like that's like completely different. You can hear, you can see it in a movie as well, and just.
So we
Somehow it's the song that's been reluctantly hasn't been released because it's difficult. It's not difficult. It needs the right setting with a bunch of songs, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like a different vibe to the EP.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
When I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, I can see why
Well,
it's not an EP.
Yeah,
It's not. It's a
it's
different kind of vibe.
folky, it's a bit more. Yeah, we'll get it out at some point.
Yeah, it's just finding the right set of songs, like you said, where
Yeah.
would it fit on an EP or an album. It would fit. I think it would have fit perhaps alongside, Stockholm. There's some darker stuff, and it's funny. Our audiences, some of them want the real light, funny stuff. We've got a song called "Redneck Feminist." It always goes, it's
Really?
like, yeah, "Redneck Feminist." Maybe we should have done that one.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
we'll do it tomorrow.
But yeah, we are going to do
But
it
we can
tomorrow.
always break
Yeah.
the mold.
We
We can break the mold. No, see, I'm not just Moho Sessions. I'm Voice of a Woman, and Voice of a Woman said that a song called Redneck Feminist needs to be sung. Yes.
I'm not getting in the middle of
Do you want to do it on this?
We're going to
Could
play
do
it tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't break the rules. We're giving everyone else one song.
Yeah.
We are going to play it tomorrow.
That's because
Yeah.
I always ask artists to do another song, and he just says.
He always says no.
Well,
So
the
what if
format
it
is one song.
That broke you down.
Yeah, see, the format is one
Chip
song.
away your rules.
There's some rules that can't be broken.
Yeah, see, the format of the podcast is one song.
We get that. We get that.
But we'll play tomorrow.
Are you going to come? You're going to?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I have to
Okay.
know.
So
Yeah.
I was going to anyway, but I have
Okay.
to know.
So we'll, it's in
Yeah.
the set. It's in the set.
it's in that.
You
I think
recognise
it's
it.
number. I think it's number 3 on the set list or something.
Redneck Feminist, remember.
So that's the voice of the woman there.
That's songs like that. Songs that like all songs, but like when there's a song called Redneck Feminist. I mean that you have to. I mean that's.
It's yeah. It
I'm
usually
intrigued
catches the
now.
attention a little
I'm
bit.
intrigued. The titles of your songs catch you. Like when that's stuck to you, definitely catches your attention. And like I love when like festivals, like the British Country Music Festival, brings so many artists together, and it's such an amazing way to discover new artists. That's
Yeah.
why I discovered you. Oh right, when your picture came out, I was like, oh let's go and have a wee listen and what they're all about. And it's like it's really cool when you kind of discover new artists.
Oh, absolutely.
It's amazing, and I think festivals. How important are festivals for artists like yourself? Like applying to them? Because there's so many. But how important is it for you as artists to play?
Oh, I think it's really important. I mean, you get the kind of exposure in one hit. You meet lots of other musicians, and that sort of network. I mean, it's amazing. We love to play with other musicians. We like to do, bring them in and like play and let them do their thing. It's not posed by, no, that's not like prescribed. But it's really important. And I think, given that music is kind of, it's all about the live thing, the live performances and merchandise. And without the festivals, we've lost a whole chunk of opportunity. So I think it's really important. And I love that there's so many of them.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Like it's, in one sense, like the grassroots venue is, I suppose, in crisis in one way, because there's not enough funding and there's not enough funding for artists to tour.
You're self-produced mainly, you haven't got a chance, it's a vicious circle. If you don't, albums, music don't sell anymore, even if they're big. So you've got, your gigs to sell and your merch.
And merch is more than T-shirts. It's the vinyl. It's the CDs. We're going to do
and
cassettes.
that's the only way that you have to. And obviously, because then the creativity, so everything we make, when we play around, all our fees go into the next project, pay for the studio, pay for the, it's hard. I mean, it's.
And you've got to love it. I mean, you've got to be passionate about it. If you're not, there's not a lot to keep you in the game of it, but a love of it. And it's like you can't not do it. You must do it. You're a painter.
Like songwriting for yourself. Do you help with any lyrics?
Yes, absolutely. But the matrix.
The main songwriter is Miss Sturgeon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes we go like, oh, there's a new song. Here you go. I'm like, well, that's fantastic. It's for me, it's what it's all about. I love performing live, and obviously, we do some cover gigs here and there to get a bit.
But we do covers that we like, that fits.
But for me,
what we do, we weave our own stuff.
For me, the most fun part is to arrange and
Yeah, you're more the secret sauce fairy.
make these things that is raw material into. Suddenly you're like, wow, we got some, and then you add and you work on it and you arrange it. Like, wow, and when it's done, you're like.
His big thing is endings.
He's
militant about endings. I'm like, okay, no, this is fine. Job done. He's like,
You have to put like a nice outro.
no. He's like, no.
No, but like,
The ending is as important as the beginning.
And more potential.
More.
Because it leaves a lasting impression on the song.
Exactly.
I'm hopeless.
And also, the arrangements, other instruments, you listen to the raw song and think, oh God, that's, the mandolin, yes. Or, whatever, a guitar there and the thing that I love. For me, that's just like a kid with the toys, I'm at my happiest when I do that.
Did you produce the Virginia?
I've always helped producing the music I've recorded and released myself with different
talking
bands.
there like a producer?
Well, I have, back in the day when you produced your own stuff,
But
it's
now,
what you did.
we
now,
produce
I think
ourselves.
our input is of producers as well as everything else. And that's, for me, is the most fun.
Unless there's a good producer out there that likes this kind of music who wants to produce our next one. Bring it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to work with other brains and stuff. But, I mean, for me, I love...
We do have the next EP that's coming out probably early 2026 is produced by a family. That's all we can say. It's a
Family?
Yeah, it's a family.
Oh.
Really cool
family of artists
family of
that
amazing
you would know.
musicians. Yeah, you probably heard of them. And then the one after that is another producer still that we're going to work on So we've got,
I'm intrigued now.
yeah. I'll DM you. The voices of women.
So
Now,
yeah,
in terms of like success, because you supported Sonny Sweeney, which is in terms of like country music icons, that's pretty good going. How did that come about? And I suppose as well, my next part of that would be what has been your biggest highlight together as Virginia?
I suppose probably that, and it came about just because I followed Sonny. I was a fan of hers before I met her, and I just saw that she was going to be touring the UK. It's not going to hurt to ask. And lo and behold, yeah. So they needed some support for some of the dates, and then they had other support for, I think up this way they had other support. I can't remember, but anyway, we got the support that was still needed.
yeah, which is
And it was a good fit. It was a really good fit. I think,
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, I don't know what she thought, but we definitely thought it was a good fit.
well, people liked it.
Yeah, people liked it. Yeah.
It's funny because for me, when best gigs for me is when you got a really attentive audience, which can work. Which can work.
No, it's all right. You don't worry about that.
It can work in different ways. Obviously, people really, really listening is all well and good if they like it, But for me, yes, people, an audience of silence, like we did what was that? Near here, we did a Liverpool, what's it called? Sofa.
Oh, we did a sofa.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We loved it.
And
We
again,
really liked
the
Liverpool.
room you can
Yeah.
hear a pin drop.
I mean, you're not, and that's like playing in church,
Liverpool is
But
great.
I love
It was
that
great.
because
We had a really good gig.
it's a
good
buzz.
time.
You're working through the song and you're like, oh my God, it's like total silent. They hated it, or they're like, and then you finish the song and it's like, obviously, if they liked it, which you now experience so far, touch wood, it usually works
And it's
out.
interesting. 'cause
Works out well.
That's where we met Jake O'Neill, who was on the bill there, and he was playing over the weekend. So that was nice.
So for me, those are the best gigs. If people just listen, they come to listen to music, not to eat or drink and chat, and they just sit down, focus and listen. If they like it, you will know. If they don't like it, you will also know. So it's that challenge that I really enjoy.
Speaking of that kind of venue, you played the Green Notes.
Great.
So that's a listening venue.
That's a very, very listening. And near where I live, so that's really
It's very convenient. You can go home afterwards. Not a lot of travel expenses.
No,
Or...
not at all. The 274 bus.
Except
There you go. There you go. Now that sounds like a song title. The 274 bus baby. That is a song title right there. Write that
I'll
down.
have it ready for
Write that
you.
down.
if not the album.
Yeah.
See, Missed Up to You is the first EP. The second EP is 274 Bus Baby.
There we go. When I'm running out of titles, I give you a shout. Because sometimes it takes somebody else's ears to go, no, that's good. You say something off the cuff. So you write
We had the
songs about
we had
buses.
the name for that song.
Oh, yes, we do.
What was it?
Scrub up good.
That was good.
Miss Dirt scrubs up good. Yeah, scrub up good. And the cover's going to be something like,
Yeah. It'd be good.
extra.
I love that.
It's going to be some sequins on the next
So
cover.
That's a real.
Have you
Yeah,
got you got
that
Virginia
was
Dark
exclusive.
scrub up.
Yeah, that's a
Scrub
real,
up good.
it's a real spoiler. That
Yeah, we haven't told anybody that.
That tickles me big.
not even our manager.
No, I know. Sorry, Tom. He's got,
Tom will be watching this. We're not doing. Will you be watching this?
Yeah, it's helped Jesse, but he doesn't miss anything. We call him Dad. He's a lot younger, but we call him
So he tends to tell us off.
constantly. Like, you
Have
did
you done
what?
this?
You
You've done
did
that?
that, you know, our to-do list is...
See, I was going to ask what's next for, but you've already
You've
just
just
said what's
Oh,
next.
wow.
You're scrubbing up.
Scrub up, record, write, perform. That's about it.
There you go.
Sounds like. Are you up for a fun little game?
As
We do
long as I'm
this.
not going to lose.
No, you don't lose. It's the game is called this or that. So
Okay.
basically, it's just choosing between two things. For example, I'll give you the first one: love or money. I thought you were thinking about that. So I'm like, will I say love or will I say money? I really don't know.
With money you can get love,
Well, that's true, but it's cupboard love.
but it's not genuine love.
No.
So,
Songwriting or recording?
Songwriting for me.
Sorry.
Can he have his own voice of a man answer?
it's
You can
record,
s-
recorded. Record.
I sit on my bed with a nylon string guitar, usually in my pajamas, my legs crossed with my dog, and that's how I write. So I wake up. Yeah, I wake up in the morning, and then I'll hand him over to.
Have you written a
Sauce
song
man.
about your dog? Or Stapleton wrote a song about
No. I would. It would be a very sad song because I lost a dog a couple of years ago, and it was tough. I think you've got to get far enough. Well, at least I do. Far enough behind you to be able to. You can write it, but then if you're going to perform it, you've got to get through it, which
This is true.
so. But yeah, one of these days,
Recording or performing live?
performing.
Record.
I'm so old school.
You're a record. You are
You like-
steadfast on the recording, and but the way you were talking about it, though, like if you were live, you were like.
Drinking or
It's like-
recording.
But then you got to sit through, you know, the snare sound.
That's if you understand.
If you have a snare, kind of,
No.
yeah, or the tom tom, boom boom, boom boom, and it can, yeah. There's a lot of watching paint dry.
But only marginally record because I love performing.
This is probably an unfair question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, just to see where you
It
go.
has to be a little unfair.
America or Italy?
Oh,
Bloody hell, Italy. It's that.
whoa, okay.
It's not even right.
It's not even a question.
Conversation.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
All right, I'm good to know.
Hey,
It's bad.
you know me. Yeah.
Making notes, yep.
I've spent a
No,
long
the
time.
food, you can't argue.
But see, like I went to Italy, and best pasta and pizza I've ever tasted
That's the
in my
answer
entire
right there.
life.
That's a problem. We call it going to feed the watermelons.
Yeah, because I remember tasting it. I remember like, pizza doesn't taste like this in the UK.
No.
No, it doesn't.
And then I took it, and the pasta doesn't taste like that in the UK. What is it about Italian pizza and pasta that?
It's just done simply with simple ingredients without too much. There's too much.
So my
I
question then there's a question now here. Just
Oh,
yes, I'm bringing it up because well, I have to bring it up. I have to ask an Italian man who knows about pizza. Pineapple on a pizza.
Oh,
What is your feeling? I'll take that as a no, right? Moving swiftly on. No?
No.
Why?
No.
Under no circumstances.
It does not belong on a pizza.
Why not? Why not?
It's just wrong. It's
Yes,
so
it
many
does not
levels.
belong on a pizza.
It's
oh, there's
just
so
wrong.
many things you can't put in different Italian dishes, like, and you'll get like, you get it in the neck if you.
I am actually. You can
Walking
you
out.
can certify, you can testify. I'm very open-minded for an Italian in terms of food.
Yeah, yeah, this
Very
is true.
open-minded.
But pineapple on a pizza, you
that's
know.
different.
Right, well, I'm not
That's a
going to
big thing.
divulge my
And-
pineapple on pizza love.
And,
Oh.
Well, not
I'm
that I
glad you
just said
didn't
just.
say that at the beginning of this.
Glad I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
the pie, you kept the
That's
pineapple
fine,
thing in your
yeah.
pocket till the end.
each to their own, but
Easy
not
one.
for me. Not for me.
See, I
Then
just decided to
again,
be, diplomatic.
In Japan, they put banana on a pizza.
Oh dear.
Exactly, in Japan.
At a festival, there was potato on a pizza.
Oh,
The
now
pizza is
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think that's
Is
weird.
it?
I think it's weird, but
It's
it
one
is
of the
very
You
best.
know, I would prefer the pineapples than the potato.
No.
Potato, yes. Pineapple. No. So very thinly sliced crunchy potato is one of the, in Rome, it's one of the specialities pizza al taglio, which is the pizza by the square. Not round like on the plate,
Yeah.
but the street food side of pizza. Squared up. Potatoes, garlic, rosemary, and thinly sliced potatoes, crunchy potatoes. It's one of the Rome's favorite type of street food pizza.
Yeah, it's good to get cultural flavour. That's why I brought it up. It's really good to put together. Now, these are more hard questions, but it's all right. Woe betide or burden of truth?
Woe betide for me. Because I
Same.
just thought that a song needed to be written about frenemies. Because it's a big thing, isn't
It
it?
is.
Frenemyship. So Woe Betide for me was inspired by somebody
Frenemies.
who turned out to be a frenemy. And it's got a little swagger in it.
It does.
They're so different, so it's hard to pick the baby.
It's one of the very first few songs that we arranged together. It's the first part of our journey. When I was still playing the guitar, we used to play with two guitars. And I always loved the guitar. It's got such a swing. It was difficult to
That's when I was
replicate it.
twisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool. How does it go? The bit. So that's it.
Good lyrics too.
It's so simple.
Very memorable lyrics.
Talking about lyrics.
But it's just such a cool. That's the one that I was doing. That is just such a cool vibe. Old Bones or Purple Sky?
Old Bones. It's a very personal song. Purple Sky is the openly political song. I tend to go that way. And it's a song that I wrote in 2016. There was somebody in America. What happened?
See the
Does
battery
that
ran out?
mean it's?
He's not even
does that
paying
mean it's
attention.
over?
What?
He's scrolling.
Are we boring you?
No. Someone's already shared your host already.
When we stopped talking about pizza, he
He
starts
switched
scrolling.
Yeah,
up.
glazed gold. Old bones, yeah.
Yeah, old bones, I guess.
Called the preacher and didn't you just have it coming? Which that's a cool song.
Because they're like, to me, had it coming, didn't you just have it coming? It's a little snarky,
It is.
and I like that song. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Miss Dirt wrote that one.
Let's start out with sass. Wrote that one.
Miss Dirt wrote that one.
With sass and attitude.
I love Eddie Cannon, but I'll have to go from Cold
Cold
Culture.
Culture. Okay, so I'll stand up for had it coming.
And I added in when we were talking, because there was only 7 songs on your EP, and I needed 8, so now I have 8. Stockholm or Better Bad Idea?
Better Bad Idea is one of the Sonny Sweeney's.
I
Oh,
know.
you know? Oh, right.
Because
Okay.
you said you covered it.
Oh gosh, yeah, we did cover it.
Yeah,
We
we
haven't
just-
recorded it, but we covered it. Ooh, well, I think I've got to go with
Or I could put
one of
Marvin in there instead. Choose between Stockholm and Marvin.
Stockholm.
Me, Stockholm.
What, over Marvin?
No,
Over better, bad
What did you
idea.
say?
Or Marvin, you could choose.
I
See
think-
Stockholm and Marvin. Is that
Yeah, I think it's
Stockholm,
got.
Maybe I have to go for Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin.
Marvin is
Marvin.
a very dear song to me.
Yeah. We've been living with Marvin a while. So yeah, I think we've got to be
It's
Marvin.
going to be Marvin.
Stockholm is a little bit of a different
It's a grower.
vibe for, it's a grower, yeah. But I'd go with
I love playing Stockholm
Marvin
live.
always goes down
real
really
fun to
well, and I think people are going to lose interest because it's only 2 chords. The whole song is 2
That's why I
chords.
like it. 2 chords.
And yet people
two chords in the truth?
and the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the real truth.
One chord less
Scary
than 3 chords.
Yeah.
Next is going to be 1 chord.
One top.
One note samba. Yeah. So what what we managed to do, I think, with the 2 chords, and that the story seems to hold people's attention,
Yeah.
which is nice because
It's well-
not.
it's-
We're a big attention deficit society these days. So when we looked at the length of our songs, like we're doomed, we're toast. No one's ever gonna.
Attention span is very small.
Did you think that? See, now I would normally go in and ask about the arena stage and the Empress Ballroom, but you haven't seen them yet, so you can't choose between them. So I'll go on to this. When you're talking about like, attention, like before the internet, before all of that, music consumption was so different. Like you would get the first song of an album, you wouldn't know any others because you wouldn't be able to see it on YouTube. You wouldn't have a bootleg that you've recorded at gigs
Yeah.
and put online or anything like that. So you would have the first single, and then you would have the next single, and then the album would come out, and then the album life would be possibly 2 years, and then you would get a single after
Yeah.
3 years, and you would
Crazy.
consume that music. You'd be gigging. You would, music would last longer. People
Yes.
would listen, people would have albums. They'd be like,
You
oh, I
could
should
go
really. I would
through-
sit there in my room with the album thing, and I'd be looking and I'd see who wrote it, who produced it, yeah, all these kind of things. But now, a song's life is 1 day.
Yeah.
New music released Friday. Oh, this song's out, this song's out. Come Saturday, it's like
It's gone. Yeah.
gone. You're
Gone.
like, and then Friday, it's like it's a geriatric by next Friday. So, where's your next one? You've released it. When you released it a week ago.
That's
where's your next
a
one?
real.
That's why we were talking
It's
to
like it's
management
so fast.
a little while ago, saying we would like to release another single. So, no, that's done. The album, 3 singles. That's it. Next, we're going on to the next thing. Okay, because it's the way that it is.
The consumption is just so, it's too fast though, I think, because it's a lot of, like an album that you've worked on, there's a lot in that album, the album you've worked
so
on,
much.
songs, you've put a lot of thought into that, you've put a lot of heart into that, you've put a lot of soul into that, you've sat there and arranged it, and then it's like New Music Friday, and then it's,
Yeah.
do you know
And
what
when you're
it's like?
recording with real instruments, which we tend to do, there might be a few things that, but real musicians playing real instruments, and that's craft. And when other genres of music, it's digital, and it's very easy. Not all of it is good, but it's very easy to knock out and consume like junk food. But country music, I would say, go out on a limb here, it's very thoughtful. Most of the artists that I know put a lot into it, and maybe people who listen to country music have better attention span. Do you not find that that's the case? Is it's as disposable? a
No, I
genre
think
as any other?
like a lot of in the UK, the country music fan base like support their artists like nothing. Like
Yes, it's like an old school kind of.
yeah, and
vibe, isn't
like they don't just go to one gig. They don't just like I like that or I'll buy that. It's like they support them so much, and then even when they see them live, like they're singing all their songs. They're it's they support them with everything they have. It's absolutely the support that artists get is just incredible, and like it's every time, every tour, every song, like it's die-hard supporters, and you just like it's good to see that, and I don't think like I think they are gold when it comes to the artists because they need that, so
Yeah.
I think it's pretty incredible, and from that kind of perspective, that's the thing to have within the industry, the way it has changed from like many years ago when you were sitting with a tape recording your favourite song from Radio Top 40, and then Bruno Brooks would come in. But yeah, it's like the fan base, I think is. But yeah, I do think the music industry goes way too fast. There's too much focus on numbers and
The moment,
no.
It's also the concept of album is, unless you're passionate, with some exception, but a lot of the public I see, especially younger kids, I see my kids and stuff. It's like an album is not. The concept of album is a little bit lost. It's, people listen to a song or a few songs, but then rarely, unless I think people in this room now may be different, but a lot of the public don't listen to albums. I like to listen to an album from beginning to end.
It's a story.
Because the album is a story, it's a journey. The songs are in sequence for a reason. They're not just thrown together
And that is true.
shut out. So I want to listen to the album from beginning to end. I might skip a song if I really, if I want to be uber selective, but I listen to the album.
I think streaming has unfortunately resulted in that because if you're not paying for the paid for tiers and paying on certain services, you can't.
Did you just speak? Wow!
It's only taken how many you see?
We don't know who that voice was.
The voice of God has come
He said
through.
something very, very,
Yes.
He doesn't realise he's got a camera on.
And then of course there's the introduction of AI. How do you as musicians?
Oh, duh.
Okay, sorry.
I don't
That whole thing
I don't
fills me
know. I haven't
with
experienced
dread.
enough to have an opinion. I think that could serve some purpose.
I did it as like I said, chat GPT, whatever.
ChatGPT.
Thank you, GPT. Write a song like Chris Stapleton, and it just spat out some lyrics. They were fine, but it's like, all right, so what? It's not anybody's lived experience. It's missing everything. It's missing soul, it's missing art, it's missing everything. Missing life. That's not written. I mean,
guess what?
maybe it is written from a collective experience where chat GPT.
But I think that, with time, I want to be optimistic here. And maybe with time, we could potentially get the benefit, but using the technology with a certain amount of
I think in areas like medicine, maybe so. That's great. But in creative arts, I don't want to read a book written by AI. I'm not.
No, but that's what I mean. I think
I'm
that's probably the overuse of it. That's what I mean. Using maybe like, for instance, I'll give you an example, if I can think of one, of just generate a sequence of chords which you're stuck with, and then you review and you rework.
No, I'm not feeling
I don't know. I'm just throwing
because
it out
then
there.
you're working as kind of a template, and sometimes the best stuff is when you
Could be an inspiration.
don't know. Like you call the preacher, we did a couple of those things. You're like, no, that doesn't work, but it does work, but it's not the most obvious thing that you do. Whereas I think Chat GPT would give you an obvious template, and there you're writing an obvious.
Okay, white flag. That's just.
Yeah.
That's probably the best.
Sorry,
That's
I
it.
got on my high horse and I stood off.
Never mind me.
You can use AI to make full songs. It's seconds.
In seconds, it'll give you.
Yeah, I think that possibly music.
There was an author who I was hearing with somebody instructed ChatGPT to write a romantic novel kind of thing, and it spat out the novel. And the person that did that used her author's name, and a fan messaged her, going, "Oh, you've released a new book, but it doesn't seem like you." And she was like, "That's because it's not me."
Yeah.
And then she like had to go through a whole rigmarole of like, well, can't be taken off of Amazon. But then she said to Amazon that this is not me. This is somebody claiming to be under my name, kind of thing.
It does give itself away. I mean, I can, when I read
absolutely.
things,
Oh,
it's
you can
got
read
the
something,
whiff
you know
of
it,
chat.
Even visually, I mean, it's like, you know, artwork and stuff. It's just totally and glitchy. I use some of it sometimes for. I like to
Inspiration.
meddle with art, and you know, I draw and paint. And sometimes I get a little template there, and it's like it's ridiculous because the more you make it, you try to make it as you want it, and the more it goes on a tangent. And it's like, come on, AI, you know, this is rubbish. I can do it better myself, which is the savior of it, I think. You know, because in the end, you're better off doing it yourself, at least in those fields. Then, of course, like you say, science, medicine, technology, it's a different.
I think that the application there is different, but, and who knows? I mean, I could begin to guess where it's all going to lead, but in my waters, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Women's intuition and all that.
It's the absolute disrespect for the fact that they're using your output
Yeah.
Oh, that,
as
yeah,
part
that
of
is.
training,
Yeah.
as part of the large language models, and it's like that is completely unacceptable. But I think the live music space where you are going out, that is real.
That
There's
is
no
real.
way that's ChatGPT.
Yeah.
There's no way that's AI.
Yeah.
That's right.
You have that connection for as long as you're on the stage and you've got that audience in front of you, you've got the artist in front of you. That is real, and I think that's
Absolutely, and nobody can change that. There's no
you
amount of technology that can change that. You're on stage, you're on your own.
And maybe
And
that
if you-
will
you know.
make it more valuable over time to actually go see real musicians playing real music. Not, you know, maybe it will make it, it will make it more valuable. You see a change in that. And you know, I'm so OG, and I know that I watched the Centennial's time of God, Jane said that. I look like a fool. But I looked like a fool before. I survived.
But at least you're authentically.
Yeah,
Authentically a fool.
Authentically,
I meant it.
it's important to be authentically full.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, this has been an absolute pleasure to have
thank
you
you.
on the
Thank
Mobile
you.
Circle.
fun.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much for having
It was
us.
a great kickoff for the weekend for us.
Yeah, it's been really a good kick-off for us as well to just chat.
We're
to
really
you
looking
next
forward
weekend.
to perform tomorrow. Really good.
So if people want to find out more about Virginia Dirt or Miss Dirt, where should they go? Online, probably.
Yeah. Good old social media.
Yeah. We're Virginia Dirt Music. Everything that we're up to, what we're doing, will be on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Probably a better place than Facebook. I don't know. I think we've got that setting just to sort of duplicate whatever we put on Instagram. The Instagram stuff will be up to the minute. Obviously, we're on Spotify. There's links for our
Yeah,
vinyl
there's
and
always
stuff,
going to
you
be
know.
a link on a
Yeah.
Instagram feed onto any new projects and new releases.
Yeah.
You can buy merch.
So yeah.
You can buy the vinyls, the CDs.
TikTok? You want TikTok?
No.
I don't do TikTok.
You said you love
I
TikTok?
don't do TikTok.
No, I don't.
No,
You don't
I
do TikTok?
I do
I don't
bits on there, but I don't get it.
I'm not even too sure
I mean,
what it is.
if
I mean, I know
talk
what it is.
about
but it's
junk food. I mean, Instagram is it's like, do you know what Cheetos are? They're like
Yeah.
puffed air.
Yeah.
TikTok is dissolved.
It's like puffed in.
And it's just like, Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's just left a bad taste in my mouth. And
What
I need
just
to brush my
happened?
teeth.
My
What just
finger
happened?
got orange and forgot that. That's
Ugh. No, and I don't do Twitter, X, whatever that is.
Oh, no, that's not bad.
I just, yeah.
so
Don't
yeah.
do that.
Instagram is the best place. We get all the news there.
Instagram's nice, so it's
That's the
friendly.
link tree where people can find if they want to buy any of these or
Oh
the
yeah,
new
yeah.
ones.
Show the
Show
t-shirt.
the t-shirt.
This is
Show
our
the t-shirt.
original dirt shirt.
That's
Original
this one.
ones.
Then we got
He
some
wears
new
it
ones.
well, doesn't he?
We got some new funky ones that tomorrow
Yeah.
we'll bring out. We got apron
Got
and tote
aprons.
bags, baseball caps, trucker caps, vinyl
It's
CDs.
good merch, even if you don't like us.
Yeah.
The
You might like
shirts
the
are good.
t-shirt.
See, that's what you need.
That's
And
good
it-
PR,
it's
yeah.
good.
Even if you don't
Yeah,
like us, buy our shirts.
People are gonna go, what's Virginia Dirt? It's a conversation starter, and even if you don't have a turntable, it'll look good on the wall. You know, you can just put it up on the mantle.
Couldn't put it better myself. Thank you so much.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to
Thank
your
you,
set.
guys.
And go and check out Virginia Dirt on Instagram and all the other socials, but not TikTok.
Not
One song, one story, unforgettable on the road. Moho Sessions.
It's somewhere in the middle, isn't it? Between, I said that's more middling in terms of time. Some of the